What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And should I turn on this light? That's the main question. Just a minute. Let me turn this light on. Here we go. Here we go. I know I'm wearing this cap in a pretty awkward style. Even I am not liking this style, but look at my hair. They are not at all looking good. That's why I had to wear this cap. I think now I'm looking better. Now I'm looking like a sane person, like a normal human. I mean, of course, even if I wear it, turn around, still I'm a human only. All right. So what's the topic for today? Just a minute. So in the yesterday video, I talked about fluent English is not about knowing more words. So why you know English but still stay silent in conversation. All right. So the topic for today is why you know English but still stay silent in conversations. So means we know English but still we stay silent in conversations. And in my opinion, and in my observation on the basis of my past also, because I was also someone who rarely spoke, especially whenever it came down to speaking in English, right? So I always chose to stay calm, stay silent because of multiple reasons. Definitely, one reason was absolutely very common, that my command on English was absolutely pathetic. It was absolutely very poor, but there are other reasons as well. I've not written down any reasons or any particular order of topics that I'm going to talk about, so it will be just impromptu. It will be just spontaneous. As soon as I'll continue to realize the topics or the points, and I'll continue to talk about them. So first reason is, of course, when we think, and it is one thing that is going to be uh, that is going to remain common in all these points is mindset and not the reality, right? Let me tell you the reality is that you guys already know some English. Of course, the levels can be different, the levels can vary. You might be knowing way more English than me. You might not be knowing that much amount of English. You might be knowing very less English or a bit more English, but of course the levels may vary. But one thing is an absolute lie. If you guys are able to understand me, then one thing is an absolute lie. And even if you are not able to understand me, then also it's a lie. What is that lie? Sometimes we think, and I've seen many people thinking, I also used to think the same way, that my English is zero. My English is zero. How can I start speaking English? My English is zero. This is a very common phrase, a common statement that many people say. My English is zero. Your English is not at all zero. If you guys are able to understand me, if you guys are able to understand whatever small things you read here and there, if you guys are able to frame couple of sentence, if you are able to greet someone like good morning, thank you, I don't know, if you are able to speak and understand some sort of English, or English is not zero. So some English is definitely there, and it has come down to your head because you have consumed that English unknowingly or knowingly, maybe. But most of it has come to you unknowingly only, because it just happened. You listened to some English, and then it took space in your head. You read some English somewhere, and just it stayed in your head. That is the kind of English that you already have, and this is how we get any language or any damn information in our head. Either we read that particular information from somewhere, or we listen to that particular, or we hear. Hearing is listening only, but hearing is basically kind of unknowingly listening something. Can be said hearing, right? Hearing where we are not focusing. Listening is something where we are focusing. I'm just giving you my own definition, my own understanding. I don't know what the definition or what the dictionary says about these particular words. So first thing is, your English is not zero. You understand, and you already have some English in your head. So English is not zero. And why am I saying this problem to be a psychological or a mental problem? Is because we often say a lot of things to ourselves before speaking English, or before stopping ourselves from speaking in such scenarios or in any scenario, right? As the title says, why you know English, why you know English, you already know some English, but still stay silent in conversations. There are many reasons. First is, of course, oh, I don't know English. I don't know English. Like, my English is zero. This is what we say. This is what we tell to ourselves. That, oh, my English is zero. I don't know English. So if I don't know English, how can I speak English? Game over. What if I get stuck while speaking? We ask this question to ourselves and we don't get any convincing answer and we stop ourselves. Or how will people react after listening to my English? We stop ourselves. Whether I'll be able to use appropriate words or not, we don't get any convincing answer and we stop ourselves. Uh, what if people start laughing at my English? We stop ourselves. How will I look while speaking in English? We stop ourselves. Uh, all these people are better English speakers or very good English speakers, and I'm nothing in front of them. I mean, I have some sort of level, but these guys are way better than me. So if I speak in front of these people, I don't know what will happen, and we stop ourselves. Whether I'll even be able to frame my proper question or structure properly whatever I want to say about whatever you want to talk about. You ask this question to yourself, of course, in your native language, and you don't get any convincing answer, and you stop yourself. So all these reasons collectively, you might have any reason, or you might have all these reasons, or multiple reasons out of these reasons in your head, and the purpose of all these questions or all these problems is just to stop you, because as soon as you get any of these questions in your head and your brain goes like, man, I don't have any answer. Yes, the question is valid. What if this, what if that, what if that, and all these questions make us feel so afraid of speaking. And of course, our brain, whenever it feels afraid of doing something, it just tells ourselves that, okay, don't do it, man. Just don't do it, because there might be n number of problems. There might be problems which you don't even, which you can't tackle, which you can't handle. So why to get into such problem? So just keep quiet. Don't say anything. Don't speak anything. Stay in your comfort zone. And there is one saying about comfort zone. I read it somewhere in this book only, The Art of Laziness. It's a very good book, The Art of Laziness. Uh, I won't be able to quote it maybe word by word properly, but the saying goes like this: that comfort zone is a very comfortable place or a very nice place, but nothing ever grows there. Nothing ever grows there. Means there is no growth. Comfort zone is a very comfortable place. It's a place where you can enjoy, where you can have a good time, but nothing grows there. You can't have any sort of growth while being in your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is the area, or is the place, or is the space where you are continuously revolving in that comfort zone. Because it's a comfort zone, you are continuously moving in that space only, and so whatever you could get out of that comfort zone, you have already gotten that, and you're continuously moving in that area. This is your comfort zone. You're moving and moving and moving, so now you can never get anything new, because whatever this particular space had, you have already got this. So in order to get something new, in order to grow something, any damn thing, it can be anything. So in order to get something new, you will have to get out of that comfort zone. You'll have to get out of that comfort zone. So once you get out of that comfort zone, even if very slightly, even if slowly, but if you go a bit outside of your comfort zone, then only you will experience newer things. Then only there is a chance of growth. Then only there is a chance of you exploring new things. Then only there is a chance of you meeting new people, you learning new things, you executing new things, and then only there is a chance of getting something new in life. So as the title says, why you know English but still say silent in conversations. This is the reason. The one I told you. It's our brain only. It's our mind only. It's us only, who stops ourselves. We only stop ourselves. Oh, but my grammar is not good. How can I speak English? So we stop ourselves. It's very easy. It's the easiest thing. Oh, my vocabulary is not good. I don't know any good number of words or good quality of words or whatever. Then we stop ourselves. See, today I'm saying all these things. It is easier for me. You guys can think, and definitely you guys are not wrong, that, oh, it is easier for you to say all these things now because you can at least speak good English, or you can at least speak English. So for you, it is way easier than us because we are at a very beginner kind of level, or we are maybe, somewhere between the beginner and intermediate level. So, we have very less confidence. I understand that. I respect that. I have also gone through this path only. What I'm trying to say is, see, initially, if your English is absolutely weak, I mean, if you're not able to frame even one or two sentences in English properly, even deliberately, even if you really try, even if you take out time and you really sit down and you try to speak a sentence or two, you are not able to frame any sentences, then of course I won't ask you to jump directly into any conversation, because you won't be able to, because you currently don't even have the ability. I understand and respect that. So for you, the best thing is to practice with yourself. See, at least we are confident with ourselves, if I'm not mistaken. At least we are confident with ourselves. So what you have to do is, and this is something that I've been suggesting this thing since a very long time, and I suggest this very thing in almost every video, that speak every single day at least for 2 minutes. Speak every single day for at least 2 minutes, and you can speak about any damn thing, whichever topic you are interested in, whatever interests you. Just start speaking about that thing. You don't have to read, you don't have to look at to your mobile or to chat gpt or anything. No, it should come directly from your head. Whatever interests you. Your grammar will of course be inaccurate. Yeah, my grammar is inaccurate. What do you think? My grammar is good or something? I don't even know. I don't even understand grammar well. Forget about understanding it well. I don't even understand the basics of grammar. If you ask me certain rules of grammar or anything, or tenses or anything, modal verbs or whatever, I don't know. But still, at least I'm able to speak. So you just have to speak. If your sentences are broken, you are not able to use the correct words, or words are not coming properly in your mind, or sentences or phrases are not coming properly in your mind, it's completely fine. Whatever is coming, just start speaking about it. Whatever interests you and whatever you have some knowledge about, you can start talking about your profession, whatever you do, whatever you are learning. Maybe you could be in your college, you could be in your school, you could be doing a job, you could be doing a business, you could be in a family business, you could be learning some courses or anything, learning through some courses or anything. It's completely fine. Just you can have interests. You might have some celebrities as your idols, or you might be have some favorite people, or you can talk about your family members, your mother, your father, your siblings, your cousin, your grandfather, anybody, your grandmother, anybody. The point here is that you just have to start speaking. Grammar is inaccurate, let it be. You don't know anything about tenses, you don't know anything about your vocabulary is bad, you don't know anything about the rules or anything. It's completely fine. You just have to speak, because the more you will speak, and trust me, you can take this thing from me in written, in writing. See, grammar is not that accurate. With time I've got better, and with time only I will get better. With time, of course. See, most of the people who speak English, they are not grammatically correct every time. They make a lot of mistakes. We all make a lot of mistakes. See, if you will continue to think about the quality of your language, you will not speak. But if you will continue to think about quantity of language, quantity, then only you will become a speaker. Fluency is not about quality of a language, but about the quantity of a language. If you can speak for minutes and hours, you are fluent. You have got the quantity of language in your mouth, because mouth only is responsible to speak a language. But if you will continue to think about quality, oh, but my grammar should be accurate. Oh, I don't know that past participle rule, or that present continuous, or whatever that. Oh, but I don't know. Oh, but my chapter related to modal verbs is remaining. I have to complete. Then only I can speak English. You will never speak English. I don't know anything about all these things, and there are so many people. Most of the people, I can easily say that, easily. Most of the people on the planet who speak English, they almost know nothing about grammar, but still they speak this language. So if this rule was correct, had this rule been correct of speaking English language only if you are good at grammar, 90 to 95% people at least on this planet won't be speaking English or any language. Every language has its own grammar. Hindi also has grammar. My first language is Hindi, and I don't know anything about Hindi Vyakran. Still, I speak Hindi every single day. I've been speaking Hindi since last almost 3 decades of my life. How? Because grammar is not important in order to speak a language. Grammar can only enhance the ability, and if you don't know a language at all, and you don't even have the environment of that language at all, then of course, understanding and learning some grammar, some basic rules of grammar will make you learn that language faster, will make you understand the language faster, and of course it will make you speak that language faster. There is no doubt about that. But if you think that grammar only is responsible for you to make for you to become a speaker, I think that's a big misconception that you have. We all speak 100% not correct English language, or any language, whichever is our first language is, or second language, or whatever. We're never grammatically perfect. In fact, we make a lot of grammatical mistakes. Even the native speakers, and many studies have already shown this, that even the native speakers, 99.9% of the native speakers make a lot of grammatical mistakes. Means their English is not grammatically correct. Still they speak because they work on quantity. I'm already 18 minutes in this video. See, I've been speaking in this video for 18 minutes, and I've already made a lot of videos and I speak in English only. So I was able to speak for 18 minutes at a single stretch. There is no single cut in this video, right? And I know that I've made grammatical mistakes. I know, I'm quite observant of that fact. But still, it didn't stop me to speak this language. I hope you guys were able to understand what I was speaking about, and I was able to speak. That's the most important thing. So just start speaking. Speak. I don't know why you guys don't speak. You guys read a lot, you guys listen to the English a lot, but you guys never speak. If you will continue to just read and listen but not speak, you won't be able to speak ever. Trust me. Because your mouth needs practice, your tongue needs practice to move in a particular pattern, in a certain way. And if you will not do this practice, you can never speak English language. You might become a scholar, you might become the greatest on the planet as far as the grammar and the rules and everything is concerned related to English language, but still you will never be able to speak if you don't speak this language consistently, if you don't practice speaking this language or any language. That execution of that practice of speaking is the ultimate thing. If anybody tells you you can start speaking English language without speaking or without practicing speaking this language, that person is just lying to you. It's a big lie, probably the biggest lie as far as this English, spoken English is concerned. Trust me. Thank you so much for this video. For this video, I'm only one. Yeah, I'm the one who's making this video. So thank you so much for being in this video and continuously watching me. So I have also have a big problem, and I really want to fix it. That I sometimes speak very fast, and I sometimes speak way more. Something that I can maybe explain in fewer words and in lesser time. Sometimes I speak way more just to convey the same thing. I will start to work on this thing so that I become more impressive speaker. Okay, if you guys want to have one-on-one conversation or speaking practice with me directly, you guys can check out the links present in the description in the pinned comment. And nothing else for now. Thank you so much for your time again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.